I'm sure all of you have heard about the incident, the arrest, the indictments. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this news spread so far and wide. My dad came up to me yesterday, said, "Yo, I heard about this thing that's happening with the NBA, and the FBI's involved." And the only player my dad can name aside from Jordan is probably Shaq. Like, I feel like that's the only player. If I said Charles Barkley's name, maybe he would know who that is. But basically, the point is, this guy doesn't know the NBA. He heard that shit on CBC radio. That's where we're at, man. And this story has taken quite a storm, and it's one of multiple more recent stories that have come out over the last couple months that have really embroiled the NBA in a frenzy of negative PR. Like, you're seeing Shams having to talk more and more about a lot of this, scandalous activity happening, and the NBA's brand being tarnished by this. It's gonna affect their bottom line unless they can do something about it without having to change much of how things are actually ran in the background behind the scenes. Well, that's exactly what I think is gonna happen very soon.
Chuck, I'm just going to go with the numbers. A year and a half ago, we had about 5 co-conspirators and defendants. A year and a half later, we're at over 30, so about 35 in total now. So, I mean, I'm just looking at math. I don't know where we're going to be in a year and a half. I don't know where we're going to be in 6 months, 8 months, but the trajectory, the origin was there, the trajectory is there. And there's no doubt the FBI, and a source told me today, they're seeing who else will cooperate here.
Now, I did something very simple on Twitter. I searched up the term Adam Silver, and what do you know? There's a lot of tweets that are actually gaining a lot of traction, speaking negatively about Mr. Silver, of course. I mean, aside from this one from a known Twitter user here, yeah, there are some positives. Obviously, the NBA season has been pretty exciting up to this point, but the optics are off here. The PR that Adam Silver gained years ago is disappearing slowly. Now he's being tarnished with tweets that have over 1 million views. And it's like, this is everywhere. I can scroll down and you're going to see, some of these tweets I might have to blur out, but it's one of those things. It's just a common thing.
Absolutely right, Rich. The NBA at some point is going to have to explain why Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing. And I just want to point something out.
Mm-hmm.
The sports books caught the irregular betting on Terry Rozier the day it happened, the morning it happened, when all of a sudden there was hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in on Terry Rozier unders for a relatively meaningless game in November. I'm sorry, in March,
Mm-hmm.
involving the Charlotte Hornets. The sports books caught it. They told the NBA right away. And guess what? The NBA, Rozier didn't play the rest of the season, and he had faked the injury, so it wasn't because of the injury. The NBA pulled him. They pulled Jonte Porter too. They flagged Jonte Porter and pulled Jonte Porter. The NBA's measures,
Mm-hmm.
their protection measures, the sportsbook's protection measures triggered this. They caught it.
Uh-huh.
The issue, I think, is Jonte Porter. They caught. Absolutely right, Rich. The NBA at some.
Well, Brian was probably about to say there. I didn't actually watch the full video, but he was probably going to talk about how Jonte Porter, when they caught him within a month or two, was banned from the NBA for life. He was banned. They just cut the cord. They say you cannot be in our league. Why did they not do that for Terry Rozier? Right? That's the question that I'm asking myself. That's a question a lot of people are asking. The sports betting networks, the companies that own a lot of these gambling sites, they caught this. They see it within the day, within the week that it happens, and they're like, "Oh, hey, NBA, something weird's going on here, and there's a connection here and here. They live here." Like, bro, Adam Silver is gonna have to answer for this stuff, which is why I genuinely think there's gonna be pressure mounting every day for Adam Silver to resign or step aside, step down, and give the keys to somebody else. I think people behind the scenes, the execs, they're gonna monitor how people, cover a lot of this story, right? The more bad press the NBA gets, the more Adam Silver's name gets tarnished, right? He's the face of this. He's the face of all of this negative PR. He is the face. And so a lot of these execs behind the scenes, they're gonna do what Canada did recently. They're gonna do what the liberal political party in my country did recently, which was have the prime minister resign and basically put in somebody else so that the negative PR would die down and they could have a better chance of being reelected. And what do you know? It ended up working really well. It was very successful. As soon as Trudeau resigned, the opposition party had no face to attack. They had nothing basically to stand on except for the fact that they hated that one guy. But that one guy's gone now. And so basically their arguments became weak. They had nothing, and so the Liberal Party could easily win, and they got reelected very easily as soon as the reelection was called. Okay, technically it wasn't really easy. I shouldn't be saying it like that because they did have to form a coalition with another party to maintain power. Obviously, it's complicated. Whatever. And I think in general, the NBA would be actually wise to make this move and get Adam Silver out of here. It would be received with such glee, such happiness. People will be so happy. As this one Twitter user said, if Terry Rozier is what gets Adam Silver out of here, I'm voting him into the Hall of Fame. Now, facts, bro. I mean, just look at how beautiful of a play this was from Terry Rozier. Turned it over with such ease. I mean, look at this pass right here. What a facilitator. Just easily getting the ball to the opponents. And look at that three-pointer that he assisted on. And what a spin move right there, giving it to the opponents. And what a layup, bricked completely. Jared Allen was able to get that rebound fairly easily. Look at this air ball. I'm telling you, the talent is there. Hall of Fame worthy career he's had. And look, Adam Silver being resigned, Adam Silver having to go. This will add to his resume. This will be added for sure. I'm also noticing that this is all from the same game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually concerning. No wonder Heat fans are happy seeing that he got arrested. They don't have to deal with this dude anymore. I don't even think that he have to pay him any money. The NBA says that both Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are on immediate leave, whatever that means, and that they take these allegations with the utmost seriousness. I'm sure they do. That's why they cleared him, right? But Terry Rozier might not just become a fan favorite in Miami. He might become a fan favorite across the league if he's able to get Adam Silver out of here. And this is where I come in and say we cannot be fooled by this, okay? We cannot be fooled by the NBA taking one suit and replacing it with another, okay? They're going to run things the same way they were before. They're going to slightly tweak some things, but they're going to put in somebody else, probably Mark Tatum, right? To basically run things as they were ran before. Status quo is going to stay the same way, guys. Don't look at what we're doing behind the curtain here, okay? Just look, we got the bad guy out of here. What do you mean? We did a solid. We did you all a favor, okay? Please, can you not go crazy over this? And just like before, they're gonna start off first year throwing us a bone or two, right? Making us so happy. Oh my goodness, the NBA is going to be great now. The future of the NBA, I'm sold, guys. Here's my money. And look, this is why personally right now I'm trying to work on a video, basically trying to explore Adam Silver and what he's done for the NBA. Because contrary to popular belief, recently it hasn't been all bad, right? There's some good that he's done. Actually, there's quite a lot of good that we see today in the NBA. That a lot of it is thanks to some of the things Adam Silver was able to contribute to in terms of what he was doing in his work before he became commissioner. Honestly, I think a lot of people. It's one of those things we get sucked into the outrage machine, and I'm not saying that you're wrong to feel the way you do, right? You can feel however you feel, but we should all know how this works. Companies, they look after their bottom line, right? That's gonna be what they do primarily, and Adam Silver might be a deterrent to that, and so what they'll do is get him out of here, right? That doesn't mean that all of a sudden the NBA is great again. Like, that's not going to change much. They're just hoping that they don't have to see those mean tweets anymore, Like, they won't have to have people basically be mad at them because it's like, if you remove the face, like what are you really mad at that point? Like, a lot of people have grievances with the NBA that are legitimate. That's another thing, right? There are legitimate grievances that people have with the NBA. This is not me trying to invalidate those things, okay? The NBA certainly has a lot of things that they can work on, right? And people have the right. And as a matter of fact, I encourage people to, make tweets, basically spreading awareness of what the NBA could do to make things better. Because clearly, the NBA actually is listening. People were upset that the courts didn't have a trophy in the middle. Like, they were upset that they saw a lot of YouTube TVs on the ground, but no trophy to commemorate the finals being played, right? What does the NBA do now? They actually do address the issue. They say, hey, we'll bring it back. They tried doing it in the finals. Y'all seen it with that little, digitally altered trophy there that they put in the, in the sides of the court. They're trying to do what the fans want to see, right? They actually try to give us a bone once or twice. I was talking to one guy, right? He was talking about how, oh my god, of course the NBA is gonna do this now. Of course, like after all the outrage, oh my god, they're such losers. Like, why would they do this now? And I'm like, hold on, wait a second. Why are we giving the NBA props for doing this? Like, why are we automatically just going to bash it? Like, isn't this what we wanted to begin with? Isn't that why we were crying out loud on social media for this to happen? I'm, I'm I was just like, bro, they did it. Like, they listened. We were able to have the NBA change their minds on something, and it feels like maybe because I have seen some interviews with Adam Silver recently, and maybe this aspect of the NBA actually doing some things and listening to what the fans are saying, a lot of that could be attributed to Adam Silver and the way he runs things. Not to say that he's ran things smoothly. No, no, no. Even I have made videos criticizing the dude. Okay, he's been terrible. He's done a terrible job, quite frankly. But I think if you call for his resignation and you hope that he leaves, and you stop the outcry, you stop it there, that's where you lose the plot, because now basically you're giving the NBA an easy out. You're giving them the ability to basically not have to hold any accountability for the things that they've done that are stupid. They don't have to change because they got the bad guy out. They got the guy that you hate so much out of there. And I think that's a big problem. That's something that I think people need to be aware of. Because I bet you, just like it did in Canada, that will work out for the NBA and will actually help their PR in more ways than one. It would do so much for their PR. So expect Adam Silver to probably, tweet out a letter, or, have the NBA PR communications tweet out, Adam Silver has, decided to, mutually part ways with the league or something. Just expect that to happen because, let's be honest, these companies, knowing how they operate, it's just a matter of when, not if.